January 13th, about 4:47, and I have a quorum present in the chamber. I call this HR committee to order. Number one is approval of the December 9th, 2024 minutes. They're in their packet. Any concerns? Otherwise, I'll take a motion to accept. Motion by Killian, second by Martins. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously. The Human Resources Report for December 2024 is in your packet. Any questions? Go ahead.
In active recruitments, it lists Assistant City Attorney, one vacancy. I thought we were hiring for two, or did we hire an assistant?
Well, I can tell you, we have a contracted person for the municipal court.
I understand that, but we have two assistant city attorneys in the city. And I know that that was just a temporary thing for a municipal court, but I would think that we would be hiring for two assistant city attorneys, one that eventually would be taking over the municipal court duties.
I'll be working with the city attorney to come up with a plan for that. We made some decisions based on finances early on during the budget to go short for a period of time and not hire. But we can, Ann is here if we want to publicly talk about that, but we will be working on that.
Well, I'm concerned because the legal obligations of the city, and specifically with the municipal court, we had two assistants, and I would think that there was, and I don't know what agreements the mayor office had with our city attorney, and that's privileged, and I understand that. But I would think that for the best services of our legal offices, I think we, at least from my point of view, we need two assistants, and I would think that we would want to march to that. So when I saw one, and we saw the one pretty much all of 2024, and now that the second assistant city attorney left us, I would think that we would be marching, and I'm not that familiar with our career postings, but I didn't see any city attorneys on our webpage that were hiring. I see the new HR position is posted. I was just curious, so I'll continue. We'll see where we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? Okay, we'll put that on file. Number 3, discussion of possible actions to approve amending employee handbook section 5.10, mechanic incentive pay for the water utilities. And go to the packet. Of what I understand, this position, we had talked about the water, this incentive. I think these are housekeeping items of what Ann Keenan had told me. This is just adding those, codifying it into the handbook. So any questions about that? Okay. Thank you. Motion by Gisselman, second by Killian. All in favor say aye. Oh, you have a question?
Well, just a suggestion that perhaps that should be incorporated into the Common Council resolution so that
Right.
not just flows.
We're not, yeah.
Just flows from City Council action into the handbook.
handbook, yeah.
I understand it coming back here.
Yeah,
I get that.
and those are like, our first 3 items are like that. Ann had told me she had done some housekeeping, but your point is well taken. We shouldn't have 6 months, 8 months not having it in the handbook. It should be codified immediately, I agree. And we will work on that. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Discussion and possible action to approve amending Employee Handbook, Section 5.15.5, clothing and equipment, cold weather gear reimbursement. These next two are reimbursements. We don't have HR, but Eric, can you speak to this? Perfect.
Yeah, usually, we're always looking at our reimbursements. This one's for cold weather gear. That hasn't been looked at for a significant number of years, probably since before I had gotten here. It was at $50. We're proposing to increase it to $75 on a reimbursement. And that's just based on the cost of the clothing. I think at a minimum, you can get by with some of the cold weather gear for somewhere close to $80, $90. But a lot of the bibs and stuff, they're up over $100, $125, $140. So we're asking that be increased from $50 to $75. Yep, which is one-time reimbursement per year.
Any further questions on that? No? I'll take a motion to approve by Gisselman, second by Martins. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so the next item is about the same discussion and possible action to approve adding Employee Handbook Section 5.15.7, clothing and equipment, the safety eyeglass reimbursement. It is in red there of what they requested to add. Any questions on that? Go ahead.
I'd like to ask Eric one
Sure.
question. Eric, if polycarbonate glasses are the ideal safety glasses, why do they have other kinds? Why do they have glass and plastic?
These actually have to meet an ANSI standard, a safety standard. There are lenses that you can buy and things like that, but they're not all ANSI standards. And so those individuals who, work in these environments, rather than having to wear goggles over like glasses like these, it's a lot easier for them just to purchase safety glasses. And then, so that would be the reimbursement for the frames and lenses.
So the glasses are, in case they have a prescription license,
Yes, that's correct. Yep. That is exactly correct. Yep.
they meet that safety standard.
That's correct. Yeah, in order to get reimbursed, you have to meet that safety standard. Yep. For sure.
Any other questions on that policy? No? I'll take a motion to accept. Motion by Killian, second by Martins. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Discussion and possible action to approve Community Service Officer 2 job description and pay rate. I don't know. Hang on. I have to scroll, sorry. What I understand about this was that through Common Council, a job description was included, but the description was never specifically approved. So they are asking us to go back and approve the specific job description for this CSO2 about the animal control program. Community Service Officer 2. Any questions? We have Nate Seiler here. Go ahead.
Hi, Nate. I have a question for you. You look very nice this evening.
Thank you.
Sure. Just in looking at the information, and it does say the CSO2, their primary responsibility would be animal controller. That would be their, first focus. Now, one of the concerns were that our other animal control person wasn't available weekends, evenings. Will these people be available on evenings and weekends?
Yes, that would be the scheduling priority. In modeling out a 3-person, up to 20 hours per week per person schedule, you could schedule that out. One of those people working every day out of the week. So 7 days a week, you could potentially have someone working. So the ideal would be that, yes, we help them choose their schedule, but here's the openings with
Okay.
the priority towards afternoons and weekends.
Okay. And then these CSO2 officers, or I guess officers, would they be 365 days? This isn't just a summer program, but this is
Correct.
year-round, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's my questions. Thank you for clearing that up, or making that solid in my mind.
Sure. Anything else? All right.
Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll take a motion to approve the job description. Motion by Tierney, second by Killian. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Okay, number 7, discussion and possible action to approve reclassification of Fire Marshal, grade 14 to Division Chief Inspections, Community Risk Reduction, grade 13. In your packet, there is background information from 2019 and 2020, when we had discussions as the HR committee and council regarding compression with wages of supervisory staff or higher staff command compared to the guys in the union. And every time the union renegotiates, there's a compression portion for the upper management. And with that, we decided as a council to keep a 5% spread. And so every time we look at it every year to make sure that that spread continues. And that's part of this issue, I believe. Why don't you come up here, Chief, and you can talk to this and what you want.
Sure, thank you. That's very well said. That's exactly the issue. We have a member inside the department that's gone through the process and been offered the job and did the math, and it's not worth leaving the union to take the management position because of the pay compression issue. And this was something we've been working on for a while, is to address this, especially in that department. This is the one department inside the fire department that actually oversees union employees, compared to, say, like the battalion chief overseeing the crews. Our other division chiefs are training division chiefs that don't necessarily oversee individuals like the division chief of inspections will. So that's kind of the long and short of it, and the reason why I wanted a different job title. So, any questions on that? Yep.
Yes, I got a question about the job title. So we're from shifting the individual from a fire marshal to a division chief. Does that mean then that the department will have 4 divisions?
3. There's a training division chief.
Yep.
EMS division chief, and this would be a division chief of inspections. And I think I put in there, community risk reduction.
Okay.
Which
Well-
seems to be the new way, the fire service is going, is focusing on community risk reduction, which is kind of, the fire prevention of the 70s. So it's a whole new venue, and looking at different things and helping people in their homes and that sort of thing. And that's where I foresee this division going in the future, the very near future, so.
Okay. I thought one of the divisions was just the fire division that oversees the battalion, or am I
No,
incorrect?
the battalion chiefs are the only chiefs that work 24-hour shifts, and they report straight to the deputy chief.
Okay.
And
okay.
then the 3 other division chiefs are Monday through Friday chiefs.
Okay,
So-
okay, that makes sense now. So so then our fire marshal will now be a division chief, correct?
With your approval, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then underneath our fire inspectors, isn't that?
Yeah, inspection lieutenant, and
Inspections.
then the fire inspector. Yep.
Yeah, okay,
And, then to give you a little more, we're running this pilot program right now for the community care paramedic. And as successful as it's already been, and how I foresee it over this 3-year trial period, I can see us having more community care paramedics, and this is where I would envision putting those under this division chief. Now, that's not something we need to talk about right now, but for future reference.
okay. that would fall under the community
department would
risk
get bigger.
reduction then?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Not really relevant to the issue, but I have to tell you that it's been in my thoughts the last few days watching the fires in California, how valuable our firefighters are. So I just wanted to let you know that I am thinking about that and recognize the value.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's kind of funny you brought that up. The chief and I were just in the back room talking about our own employees and some people in our community right now. We just are clearing the scene of a very tragic accident that happened with an 18-month-old, and the chief and I are both thinking about that. And, you know, we think about all these little details, but when it comes down to it, the important part of what's going on in our community is taking care of the people and then taking care of our own, and that's kind of over in our minds right now than the little things in life, right? So I appreciate you bringing that up.
Any other questions?
So this new division, how many people will he or she supervise?
So it's not a new division, it's already in place. If the fire marshal was in charge of the lieutenant inspector and the fire inspector before. So it's still the same
So-
division, just a new job title and getting into a different pay scale because
So
of the compression.
we had a fire marshal and this division.
Nope, we never had a division chief before. I was looking to change fire marshal to division chief.
So this division chief position is new.
Just the new title, same position, same job description and everything.
Same as fire marshal?
We'd take out fire marshal completely and make it division chief of inspections /
And how many,
still two right now, two underneath
two underneath?
for right now,
Okay.
minimum.
And are those two in the union or not? in the-
Correct. Both of them are in the union, yep.
Both of them are in the, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? No? I'll take a motion to approve. Motion by Martins, second by Tierney. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Okay, number 8, if somebody would be willing to read the closed session item, make a motion. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I make a motion that we adjourn. Are we gonna be adjourning, or are we just we are gonna adjourn to close session? Okay, make a motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, section 1, paragraph F, considering financial, medical, social, or personal histories or disciplinary data of specific persons, preliminary consideration of specific personnel problems, or the investigation of charges against specific persons, except where paragraph B applies, which, if discussed in public, would likely to have a substantial adverse effect upon the reputation of any person referred to in such histories or data or involved in such problems or investigations. Specifically, preliminary consideration of a complaint filed against certain city personnel pursuant to section 2.06.040 of the City of Wausau Municipal Code.
Could I have a second on that? Thank you. Okay, roll call vote. Gisselman? Killian? Martins?
Aye.
Tierney?
Aye.
And I'm aye as well, and we will return into open.